Hello guys, I am Mr. Grimreaper 2 and welcome everybody to my channel. And I just first and foremost want to apologize. I have not made any videos in like 2 weeks. There's been stuff that's been going on recently and stuff like that, so that's why I haven't been able to do stuff. But yeah, I wanted to do a podcast today. I have Dark9987 here with me again, like always. Yeah, I wanted to do a podcast today, and stuff like that. I figured I'm bored. I figured I'm not doing anything anyway, so might as well just do something for you guys. Since we got about 3 more days until Ripped from the Silver Screen season 2. That'll be this coming Monday. We will be doing the first episode this coming Monday, which will be Darkman, which will be the first of the 3 Darkman movies. Just to let y'all know that. And then we also have, and during the whole time that we do Ripped, we're gonna be doing a storyline. During Ripped from the Silver Screen and stuff like that. It'll play out. Just bear with us. So but as many of you guys know, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do some stuff. I'm gonna be doing some more back in time reviews for you guys soon, and I'm also gonna give you guys some reviews, some more reactions. Probably here in a little while after I do this one, I do this podcast, I'll probably give you guys some reactions today. Or tonight, anyway. But on today's podcast, I wanted to talk about Marvel. I wanted to talk about Marvel stuff. And now, as many of you guys know, and I'm fucking happy they did this. Thank fucking God that I've been wanting to talk about this for the past 3 weeks or something like that, 4 weeks or something. Since the last time this shit happened, the whole Marvel Sony thing with Spider-Man. Now, if you guys remember, there was some sort of bullshit going on where Spider-Man, where Sony and Disney could not make a deal, and me and Knight talked about this on the phone too. They could not make a deal with each other about what they were going to do with Spider-Man and stuff like that. But just fucking today, they finally worked it out, and Spider-Man is back in the fucking MCU. I'm so fucking happy. But yeah, that whole thing, but yeah, I wanted to talk about that whole controversy with that whole situation, that they couldn't come up with a deal for it. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think, man? What do you think about that? The whole controversy about the between Sony and Marvel.
Well, in my opinion, dude, it really shouldn't have been controversy in the first place.
No.
I mean, and you're, as a fan of Spider-Man, and I've seen the Sam Raimi ones, and I've seen the Amazing Spider-Man as well. And I know some of the Spider-Man games that they made over the years as well. As a fan of Marvel, and as being a fan of Spider-Man, and someone about the comics, reading the comics about it.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, the whole situation with the whole Spider-Man thing, like I said, it shouldn't have happened, because we're not the only ones that are Spider-Man fans. This has affected many fans who know Spider-Man.
Many people.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, many people. This is affected.
It was just unnecessary. And now, today of all days, he tells me, Grim there tells me that it's back in there, and now things going to be going forward. But really, to be honest, it shouldn't have been taken out to begin with. I mean, there was no need for that. that going to, by allowing that to happen, taking Spider-Man off all of this?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, there was never a reason to do that.
Yeah.
Never a reason.
Yeah. But yeah, I this is what I think. Okay, so it took y'all all this goddamn time. It took them all this fucking time to come up with a deal of what the hell they were gonna do. And what pisses me off is that, yeah, it took them all this whole time to come up with a deal. Like, we thought that Sony was finally gonna fucking close the coffin on Spider-Man and stuff like that, but I know this is old news. All this is old news, and everything's better now, but it still pisses me off. So, yeah, I'm wondering now, how long is this fucking deal gonna last? Because if fucking Sony and Marvel go at it again like they did before, how long is this fucking shit gonna last? You know what I mean? So it just, but yeah, what do you think about that, man? Like,
You know.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, man. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're having an off day. Sorry, guys. We haven't done this in a while.
It's been a long week. I do a lot of things myself, so
Yeah, we hadn't done this shit in a while, so I apologize. But yeah, I think that I'm wondering now how long this deal is gonna last. Because if they do this shit again, you know, it's gonna piss people off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like. But yeah, I'm just so happy about that. And then another news that came out in the whole situation. Kevin Feige, of course, you know, who is the leader of Marvel, who's the lead guy for Marvel, is going to be doing Star Wars stuff now. So, let me see if I can find something here. If I can find like an article or something like that. I should have been doing that before. I should have been doing that before I started doing this, but...
It's alright. We think, you know, but it is best to be prepared, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, so according to what I know, Kevin Feige is going to be dealing with Star Wars stuff. Apparently, let me see if I can find something here for you guys. Yeah, I had a long day today, guys. I apologize for all this, but okay, so let's see. Okay, so apparently, according to this, he's going to be doing a new Star Wars film. And stuff like that. So he put his hand in the pot with that whole situation, with the whole Star Wars stuff. But there was another thing that came out about Star Wars as well too. Of course, you know George Lucas, who was the original creator of Star Wars. This news. Oh, I thought somebody was at our door. I was like, what? But anyway, this news came out that the what is the dude's name? The dude that runs Disney. Hey, Jill. Sorry guys, that's my sister. Who's the guy that runs freaking Disney? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think here. I know his name, but where? Uh. Okay, so. Okay, so the guy that runs Disney. When George Lucas sold the rights to Star Wars, he said in his book that George felt betrayed. Of course he freaking did. Especially what we found out that they were gonna do with it. So, how the direction was he was gonna go with it, and stuff like that. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see here. Oh, that's it. Okay, Bob Iger. Yeah, that's his name. Okay. Yeah, so he made some book or something like that, where he where there was like a snippet and stuff like that he was talking about that he said that George felt betrayed by Disney. He wanted to go in like a different direction with that whole thing and stuff like that, and with Star Wars, but yeah, he said that he didn't like he didn't like the whole how everything was with the trilogy that we have now. You know what I mean? Starting with Force Awakens and Last Jedi and stuff like that. But I was watching. Of course, you know, there's this video. There's this movie reviewer on YouTube known as Jeremy Johns, and I was watching him last night. His video on the subject last night, and when he was talking about it, I kept thinking, you know what? Maybe he's, you know what? Maybe he was right about the whole George Lucas thing. He was saying that what George wanted to do with his way was he wanted to take Star Wars into a new direction and stuff like that. He wanted to take Star Wars into a I guess better Star Wars or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm kind of tired a little bit. Sorry, guys. But as far as I know, this whole thing with Kevin Feige doing, he has his hand in the pot now, especially since Kathleen Kennedy has made Star Wars. Well, I'm not gonna say she fucked it up. I'm just gonna say that what happened with Last Jedi should have been better. That's it. I'm not gonna say she messed up. Well, she kind of messed up, but you know, but I don't know. So according to this, Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy is pursuing a new era in Star Wars storytelling. And knowing what a die-hard fan Kevin is, it made sense for these two extraordinary producers to work on a Star Wars film together. Walt Disney Studios co-chairman Alan Horn tells Hollywood Reporter. To the surprise of no one, Kevin Feige is a huge Star Wars fan. It might surprise many, however, the Marvel Studios chief is going to be developing a Star Wars movie as Lucasfilm's president, Kathleen Kennedy, makes new plans for a wave of projects set in the future in the universe. Feige had discussed a foray into the Star Wars universe in a late summer meeting with Kennedy, with studio co-chairman Alan Horn and Alan Bergman. Sources say, in response to a query from THR, Walt Disney Studios and Chief Creator Officer Horn said, "We are excited about the projects Kathy and Lucasfilm team are working on, not only in terms of Star Wars, but also Indiana Jones and reaching into other parts of the company, including Children of Blood Bone with Emma Watson Fox. With the close of the Skywalker saga, Kathy is pursuing a new era in Star Wars storytelling, and knowing what a diehard fan Kevin is, it made sense for these two extraordinary producers to work on a Star Wars film together." Okay, so I want to ask you, do you think this is a good idea that he's putting his hand in the pot? What do you think? What do you think about the whole thing with Feige and Star Wars?
I'm trying to put my finger on it.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know the original Star Wars,
Yeah.
back when, and I know I get what they're trying to say.
No shit.
But I don't know how this would what's the word? What I'm trying to say here?
Oh, what does she want? Yeah, sorry, that's just my mom. I don't know what the hell's going on with that situation, but I apologize.
Yeah, I don't know about it. Anyway, I'm trying to talk about this. So this guy is apparently, talk about this guy that's going to do Star Wars stuff now.
Yeah.
When he's had lots of with
with the Marvel stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Star Wars is one of the biggest franchises that was ever, created, and especially from Marvel, that was basically a superhero. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know. With him, I'm just not sure what direction this is gonna go.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really, to be honest with you guys, I didn't really think The Last Jedi was that bad. I did not think it was that bad at all. I thought that I loved The Last Jedi, but this, with him putting his hand in the pot for Star Wars, I don't know. Depends on what happens. It depends on what happens. Because, you got a lot of people saying that Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger and all this they fucked up Star Wars and stuff like that. I don't think so. I thought that Last Jedi was a pretty good movie. People gave me shit when I did my review for the prequels. I thought the prequels were pretty good. You know what I mean? The Star Wars prequels, I thought they were pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. It depends on what happens between now and then, and stuff like that. But yeah. But keeping on the subject of Marvel, the whole point of me making this video. This is the last topic we're going to talk about. There has been a lot of villains in Marvel, but the two that come to mind are Thanos and Galactus, and I wanted to see, I felt that this needed to be discussed or debated, depending on how you feel about the situation. Who was the better villain between Galactus and Thanos? Now, if you guys have read the comics, you know who Galactus is. He goes to different planets and he devours them. He's the devourer of worlds. That's what he is. and that's kind of scary if you think about it.
Yeah. Yep, that is scary.
And then you got Thanos, who has the who has the Infinity Gauntlet, one of the most dangerous freaking weapons in the Marvel universe. And all he has to do is just freaking snap his fingers like that, and everybody will be gone. You know what I mean? So, in your humble opinion, who do you think is the most dangerous villain between those two in the Marvel universe?
Well, as we're talking about these two, I'm actually reading about Galactus here on Wikipedia, and I'm looking at a picture of him. Man, this guy's huge. I mean, look at he's like towering above the world, man.
Yeah.
But then, like you said, Thanos has, the Infinity Gauntlet with a snap. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
But like, my gosh, I mean, and it says here that Galactus here has all these kinds of things. Telepathy, telekinesis, teleportation. It has all these kinds of things, and I think Thanos. I think as you saw in the Avengers movies, how he looks. I don't know. And to me, I would personally love to see a battle between those two.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. How would those two, in battle, for control of the universe, who would dominate? Who would come out on top?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would love to see that. And you never know what they could spit out. You never know we could see something like this. And I would love to be, front row center to see something like this. These two are the most powerful villains in Marvel history. I mean, there are a lot of villains you've seen in other films. Spider-Man with the Green Goblin, or Doc Ock, or whatever. He had, Doctor Strange. He had all kinds of,
Yeah.
But these two, to me, they take the cake and be the most toughest villains that can ever, or any hero in the Marvel universe to come across.
Yeah, because I think if you guys ever read the comics, I think the most terrifying villain, if I were to pick the most terrifying villain, I would pick Galactus. This dude devours worlds, and he is the most treacherous motherfucker you've ever seen in your entire life.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought, to be honest. But if I were to pick a villain, I would love to see what Galactus would look like live action. Now that Marvel has Fox and stuff like that. The Fantastic Four and the X-Men and stuff like that. I would love to see what a live action Galactus would look like.
Oh yeah.
I would love to see. And then also too, I would love to see. There was in one of the Marvel comics, there is a part where Captain America punches that motherfucker hard in the face. He is the only man. Captain America is the only guy that has brought this bastard down in the Marvel universe. And I would love to see that live action. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure they probably wouldn't do it now, since they ended the Avengers stuff with Endgame and stuff like that. But it's just, I want to see where Marvel goes, how the MCU is going to go.
Yeah.
In a new direction, and what exactly they're gonna, how exactly they're gonna, now that they have the X-Men now that they have Fantastic Four, I would love to see I would love to see Galactus in an Avengers movie.
Oh yeah.
And there's a couple of other stuff, and I was thinking about that too. They got Blade now. You know what I mean? They're gonna put Blade in the MCU. Why not Moon? They're gonna make Moon Knight a Disney Plus Marvel show. Um, and with the news that Ghost Rider, the live action Ghost Rider series, is not gonna be on Hulu anymore. Bring Ghost Rider to the MCU. Bring Ghost Rider back to the MCU. I know people want to see the Robbie Reyes version, but I would love to see what I would love to see the Johnny Blaze one. I love Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah.
I love the Marvel Knight series. I've read that read every Ghost Rider comic that you could think of. And I think the Marvel Knight series is fucking badass.
Oh yeah.
But I just want to see how it would be when they make him into a if Marvel picks up the rights, I want Marvel to bring him back. For the love of God, please bring back Ghost Rider to the MCU, because I want to see maybe he can be in Secret Avengers, live action Secret Avengers movie or something like that, or he can be in he can be in something. You know what I mean? Like, give him a chance or something like that, or make a Marvel Knight series. You know what I mean? Where you have Blade, Moon Knight, and Ghost Rider working together to stop supernatural beings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like. But yeah, I just want to see something. I just want to be able, not to mention, I do want to see a war between fucking Thanos and Galactus.
Yeah.
I wonder what that would look like, fucking live action. You know what I mean? Like, it's just there's stuff that I really want to see happen in the MCU and stuff like that, but what do you think, man?
All what you're saying, I'm in the same boat with you, because I would love to be sitting in a movie theater seeing a battle in a live action film with Thanos and Galactus. Mm-hmm. Imagine the sequences. Imagine both have an incredible amount of some powers and abilities, and you would see them take it to the limit. And I agree, with the whole Ghost Rider shit, we're talking about Ghost Rider. Yeah, why not? I mean, dude, I can't wait to see what Marvel is going to do more. I know that more has got to be coming with Marvel, and don't get our editors out there in YouTube world. Now we'll talk Marvel. I'm sure we'll also talk to you about DC, because we are also DC fans as well. We don't have sides. We do both. And so, but anyway, yeah, I can't wait to see what Marvel does. But I would personally love to see this live action war. Hey, what would Galactus look like in a live action film? That's the question. What would it look like? I mean, think about it. This will be the war that many comic book Marvel fans like me and Grim here would love to see. Think about it. I mean, what if the Galactus has been seen this whole time what Thanos has been doing with in the events with Avengers films, and what if they were to make a film where Galactus finally says, I had enough, I'm confronting Thanos, this is going to be a war. And that's what we're looking for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I can't wait to see. I know Marvel has a lot more in store. You just never know.
You never know what the hell they're going to put out of their ass. You never know what the hell they're going to do.
Exactly.
But I because Hulu threw Ghost Rider to the curb, I want to see if Marvel could get the rights to Ghost Rider. I would love to see what they would do with him. I would love to see what they would do with a Disney Plus series, or hell, even another movie. If it's not a series, make it a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there is stuff that I would like to see, that I would love to see in the MCU. maybe kind of tweak the X-Men a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I know this. I know people hated the movies, some of them, but I love the X-Men movies. You know what I mean? I love the cartoon series back in the '90s too. Like, I used to watch the animated series when I was a kid. But I would like to see what they would do with X-Men. I want to see, and I found out too, as well, that I heard that they were gonna make an X-Men Avengers crossover film or something like that.
Oh, man,
I want to see that. I want to fucking see that.
Oh my gosh.
And then also too, you know, with the whole with them bringing Black Blade, I want to see horror brought to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I want to see horror brought to the MCU. And one of the big fucking comics in the MCU that deals with horror is Marvel Zombies. I want to see a live action Marvel zombie movie. What the fuck that would be like? You know what I mean? Like, now if you guys don't know what Marvel Zombies is, Marvel Zombies is basically a comic book series that came out a couple years back, where your favorite Marvel heroes were fucking zombies. You know what I mean? Like, I forget like what happened in the books, in the comics. If I remember correctly, I think Mr. Fantastic was behind it, was responsible for it, or something like that. I don't really remember that much about the comics, but I would love to see a Marvel Zombies live action film. Or shit, make it a series. Make it kind of like a Marvel meets The Walking Dead. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to see something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I want to see horror brought to the MCU. I want to see more stories. I want to see more stories like Secret Wars, or, you know, or Marvel Zombies, or, you know, stuff like that. I want to see more stories that we know and love brought to the MCU. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. So, let us know in the comment section down below what y'all guys think about that situation, stuff like that. But that's gonna be it for me with Dark Knight 987. I'm probably gonna give you guys a couple of reactions tonight, maybe 2 or 3, maybe, and then I'm gonna call it quits. But yeah, let us know in the comment section down below what you guys thought about what we said, about everything, about our discussions and stuff like that on this podcast. So yeah, don't forget, this coming Monday will be Ripped from the Silver Screen Season 2. Starting with the first Darkman film, the first of 3 Darkman movies. We're gonna talk about that coming up this Monday. Not to mention that during that we're gonna have a storyline and stuff like that. You know, with the Mr. Grimreaper 512 character, and, you know, his character, and we have our own goal that will be involved with the story and stuff like that as well. So keep a lookout for that. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I'm Mr. Grimreaper 512 with Dark Knight 97, and we'll see you all in the afterlife. Peace.